everyone, it's Tammy and welcome to card 2 using the Crafting Forever stamp set. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you can purchase this along with lots of other things in my shop 24/7. The link is down below at TT.Scraps.stampinup.net. And let's go ahead and get started. So this stamp set is a rubber stamp set and it is a really cute, really cute. And I'm going to use watercolors for this. I don't know why it's screaming watercolors. I've seen other demonstrators do it with watercolors as well, which is probably where I came up with the whole watercolor thing, but I love it. So I'm happy. That's one of the things that is nice about being a demonstrator. You get ideas from everywhere. Well, being a crafter, you get ideas from everywhere. Doesn't matter if you're a demonstrator or not for that, for sure. So I have a piece of the In Color Lemon Lime Twist, and I just cut it to make an A2 size card, and we're going to be using the Lemon Lime Twist and the Berry Burst inks. Both of those are in colors. I am going to also put a piece of Whisper White here in the inside of the card so that I'll have a place to write my note. So I'm just centering that in the middle. Whoops, I have some trash left over from the last card that I didn't clean up. Sorry about that. And on the front, we're going to put a piece of the Berry Burst, and then we're also going to have this piece of watercolor to just give it a little fine outline. So I'm going to go ahead and put the Berry Burst down because that is ready. And for this watercolor paper, I am going to take my, did I center that? That's fine. I'm going to take my water sprayer and I'm just going to spray the card with water and get it kind of saturated. And then I'm going to take my watercolor aqua brush and my Berry Burst, and I have just squeezed the ink so that it gets onto the lid. And that's what I use to watercolor. So I'm going to take my aqua brush and just go into the watercolor, and I'm just going to start putting it down and seeing what happens. Play with it a little bit because I have it already saturated a little. It's fun to kind of just play, and I'm just going to help it kind of go around, so I don't want it to be in any, I don't want there to be a lot of white spots. If you want an area to be more colorful, you just add more ink. I mean, it really is that simple. And now you could also spray it. Let me show you what happens if you do that. Kind of gets it going. And let's say you think, oh gosh, it's too wet. You can take your little paper towel and dampen some of it, or soak some of it up. And so a lot of it will come off onto your paper towel. But isn't that cool? And we're going to do the same thing with the Lemon Lime Twist. So let me go ahead and get that color ready. And to do that, I'm just going to do the same thing. Squeeze the lid. Perfect. Take my aqua color brush and just color off all of the color until it runs clear. And sometimes you have to squeeze some water through it. That's fine. These are refillable and they're so much fun. Super easy to use. Alright, when it goes clear, now it's ready to use a different color. And I'm going to saturate this side. Before it could run too much down there, I put it down on the ground. And I'm going to do the same thing. This color is a lighter color. It's not as bold, so it like kind of needs a little bit of help, I think, because I want it to be a little more pronounced. But I love this technique because it's, first of all, it's super easy. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to know any special techniques to get it to work. Second of all, there's no mistakes. You can fix it. And third of all, you can do it with any color you already have of ink. It's fabulous. So when I get this running clear again, which is not yet, I will be done and I can put it away. All right. So that's how I put it away, and then I kind of try to spread the, or kind of close the brushes. You can see how mine is getting pretty frayed. I wonder if I can cut this and make it better. I'm gonna just go ahead and try, because why not? It's either that or I throw it away. So let me spread this out a little and then just give it a little trim. Just a little bit right here. There. I'd say I fixed it. We'll see on the next card, won't we? Of course, now those bristles are everywhere and I have no idea where they went. Now, excuse me, you probably want to wait for this to dry. So while this is drying, I'm going to just put it over there. You can use your heat gun on it too, and that will dry it. I've already stamped the pens on this piece of paper, and I did it with the archival ink, the gray, basic gray Stampin' Up! Archival ink, because it doesn't run. So I also watercolored this ink pen while I was just stamping and getting stuff prepared. And then I'm just going to cut the pen out. I just was fussy cutting it. I thought I'd save the very tail end to show you guys. Okay, and then I don't really need those, so those can stay for another card. Now, if I wanted to, I could go in there and cut this little piece of white out. I'm not going to worry about it for this particular card. If I were to do that, I would use my X-Acto knife. And it's not dry yet, so I am going to get my heat gun out. I'm just going to turn my heat gun on and dry it. So these techniques that I have showed you with the watercolor paper, you really need watercolor paper to do these. You can watercolor with regular paper, but you're not going to have the same effect. And I often, if I'm just doing something small, sorry, I'm talking loud with this thing on, I will often just use regular Whisper White cardstock or whatever and do my watercoloring with that, which is fine. It's perfectly fine. But if I was doing a big area like one of these, I want to have watercolor paper because I like the effect that it gives, and also I know that it won't like bleed through and ruin my paper or ruin whatever project I want to do. So there is that, and just that is pretty if you ask me. But we're going to add this pen, and we're going to put a sentiment. So let me see what my sentiment choices are. Crafting forever, housework whenever. We are cut out to be friends, or do something creative every day. And I think that's the one that I'm going to use. Do something creative every day. And this is a rubber stamp, so it comes with a little peel off back. Throw that away. And then it will cling to your block, just like your acrylic stamps or your polyphoto, whatever, your see-through stamps. Do something creative every day. I'm going to stamp that in the archival gray. think I'll do it down here. I'm going to put these in here. And where'd my pen go? Here it is. I think I'll do it like that. Okay, and I'm just going to use some glue to put this down. And there we go. That is card number 2. So thanks so much for watching. I hope that you guys will try this technique. It's a lot of fun. Bye-bye.